Welcome everyone for today's event from FDA Educator. My name is Deb Johnson and I'll be a conference operator for today's national web conference titled The Future of FDA, Drug and Device Regulation, Drug Pricing and the Drug Approval Process under the new HHS Secretary-elect's ASA. I would like to introduce your speaker for today, Ms. Norma Klonik. Ms. Norma has over 35 years of experience in the regulatory field, working with the pharmaceutical and dietary supplement industries. She has served as a Director of Regulatory Affairs for Americas for Cadbury Adams. Prior to that, she was the Director of Regulatory Affairs for the Adam division of Pfizer and Associate Director of Regulatory Affairs for the Warner Lambert Company. She also served as a Director of Regulatory Affairs for Ledry Consumer Healthcare and Associate Director of Marketed Product Support for Ledry Laboratories and Associate Director of Regulatory Affairs for WIP. Norma currently works as a regulatory consultant and also enjoys coaching those who are just starting out in the consulting field. Welcome, Norma. We are ready to begin.
Thank you, and welcome everyone. As you heard, I am going to be discussing Alex Azar, the new Health and Human Services Secretary in the Trump administration, and I'm also going to talk about what his role means for the future of the FDA, and also a little about Dr. Scott Gottlieb, who is the FDA commissioner, and his role as well. If you go to the first slide, I always like to begin with an outline and references. Here you'll see some of the key points in the outline that I'm going to be discussing. Obviously, Alex Azar and the FDA are very much influenced by the Trump administration and by President Trump's regulatory rollback philosophy. So I'm going to begin with some background on Trump's vow to overhaul the FDA and the regulatory rollback program, as well as moratorium on regulations and the hiring freeze. And then I'll be discussing Alex Azar, the new Secretary of Health and Human Services, key issues facing Alex Azar, Azar and the Affordable Care Act, drug pricing, Azar and the opioid crisis, and I'm also going, I know you're all interested in the FDA, so I'm also going to discuss Dr. Scott Gottlieb, who is the FDA commissioner, and the future of the FDA.